Yes, sir. What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy D Nally, aka Don Squally, and in today's video, we are back at it with another Forza Horizon 5 build video. So what we're going to be doing in today's video is building out one of my all-time favorite attainable cars, I guess you can say, and that is the Nissan 370Z. So as you guys can see, I'm in the 350Z. Now this is just a Nismo body kit. This is not actually a legitimate Nismo 350Z here. However, if you guys have been subscribed to my channel, you will have seen the new Car Pass video that I put out a couple of weeks ago. And in that video, I found out that we have a legitimate Nissan 370Z. So what we're going to do in today's video is go ahead and purchase said 2019 370Z. Now there's also an off-road 370, which I do not see here. That might have to be attained from the car pack still. But we are going to be jumping in this free 2019 370Z here. And we are going to be building it out. Now, obviously, these things come in black as well as white. Love the white. Always been a fan of the white Nismos, hence my white Nismo 350. So we're going to go ahead and buy the white one right out of the gate here. And now that we have acquired our 370Z, obviously you guys know that it is time to mod this bad boy. So first and foremost, we're going to jump into the upgrades and tuning. Now the 3.7 liter VQ is a monster of a motor, but I'm hoping we can find a 3 liter twin turbo. We have the GTR R35 motor. Looks like a 3 liter inline 6, no 3 liter twin turbo, which would be from the new Nissan 400Z, which I think they're just calling the Z now. So I guess we're going to keep the stock powertrain, drivetrain swap. We are going to keep stock. Now I'm thinking we're going to add some boost, man. Let's go ahead and throw some twin turbos on this thing. The problem with the VQs, they are great motors, but I learned quickly playing video games with VQ engines is that, to be honest, stock the VQ is just really not a fast motor, let's be honest. Now it looks like we have the V1 as well as V2 Nismo body kits off of what I found. I'm pretty sure this is a 350Z body kit that I'm looking at here, but we want that new V3 body kit, I believe is what this one is called. So we're going to go ahead and leave that front bumper the way that it is. As far as the rear end, the wing, looks like we got a couple different options here. I think that one looks pretty dope. I do like that one, but again, I'm a sucker for a stock Nismo here, so I think we're going to keep the body kit and the wing and all that good stuff the same. I have a funny feeling that the side skirts, yeah, giving me the same kind of vibes. Now the hood, what do we have in store for the hood? A vented hood. I think we can deal with a vented hood on this one. Let's go ahead and install that real quick. Now as far as the wheels, I love these wheels. We are going to have to upgrade the tires. However, I'm going to go with a semi-slick race tire here. And then we're going to go ahead and upgrade the diameter. Now, the only way to upgrade the diameter on a wheel like this, which is OEM, would be reps. This comes stock with 19s. Let's see if we can work with the 19s and maybe throw on a, quote, spacer, for lack of a better word. Let's space out both the front and back wheels and see how that looks once we lower it. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to leave these wheels on here because these wheels just are very sharp, very desirable in the Nissan community, especially with the G35 guys. I know a lot of guys that are rocking this setup on their 35s and 37s. As far as the transmission goes, we're just going to upgrade to sport transmission. I would like to make this thing kind of a low-key drift build here, so we are going to upgrade the diff. Now brakes always get upgraded. You guys know me, it's not about looks or anything with brakes, it's about the functionality. Now the drift, spring, and dampers make this thing look hard AF right now, so I'm thinking that's probably going to be the way to go. I just love the camber on this thing, it looks absolutely sick. As far as the anti-roll bars, I always like to add anti-roll bars as well. Just stiffen up the chassis, make it corner that much better. And now comes the fun part, and that is upgrading the motor. Intake and exhaust for any VQ is a must. Even though straight piping a VQ in real life will make your ears bleed. Ask me how I know. But yeah, in a video game, it's the only way to go. So I'm pretty happy with the way that this thing looks. Nothing too crazy. Twin turbo setup, a few minor modifications, and I think that's going to be pretty dialed in. So we're going to check out our tuning. Car is as low as it's going to go, so that's basically what I was after. I'm going to up our acceleration on our differential here just a little bit. And I think we're going to wait to get out there before we change anything as far as our final drive goes. Don't like to make too many adjustments with that before we get out there and make the testing, make the changes if we have to. Now, as far as our livery goes, I'm not exactly sure what the plan is here. I do like the white. Now, I'm worried if I do paint it, okay, so I can paint it, and we're still going to get to keep our red accents, which is perfect. Now, the thing I would like to do is I've always liked red 350s, and I'm wondering if maybe a red blue with the red accents looks kind of cool. Maybe if we do kind of like a Calsonic with the blue and the white and the red might look nifty. Let's see if we can find any designs here. It looks like we're having an issue with the server here. So I guess we're just gonna go ahead and paint this thing. Man, I'm a sucker for the white, I'm not gonna lie. But let's go with maybe a Nardo gray style of theme here. Now, can we get a Nardo gray? Oh, we do have these Hot Wheel theme we do have these Hot Wheel theme paints, which I think might look pretty cool. But let's try a Nardo in like a matte. I don't know how this is going to look here, but let's give that a shot. Now, the Nardo is a little lighter, but I think I wouldn't mind this to be a bit darker. More of a charcoal gray, I guess you could call it. Now, as far as the windows go, we're going to go ahead and throw on some black tint. The wheels, I do like them the way that they are with the machine finish on there, so I think we're going to leave those how they are. Now, this is kind of a drift missile, I guess you could call it. So let's see what this would look like with a carbon fiber hood, gloss carbon hood. Let's see, there we go. You know what? I think that might add just enough flair to make this matte paint job look okay. Now, I really dislike matte paint jobs. I don't know why I decided to go for matte with this one, but it is what it is. We're already here. But yeah, I think with the carbon accents, that's going to look pretty dope. I think this is going to look good. Even though the way that it sounds when I say it, it sounds like I need some convincing. But with that being said, let's get out there and see how this thing rips. It is still daytime, which is fantastic, so we can do a quick little walk around to this thing. Those wheels just looking sick as all hell. That fitment is dialed right in. And it looks like we got a dust storm coming here, so we're going to make this one nice and quick here. Coming out down the quarter-mile stretch. Just lighten them up the whole way down the runway. Well over 200 kilometers an hour now, coming up to the end of the runway. And I'm not gonna lie, man, this thing pulls a lot harder than the 350Z does. But for those of you guys who rock with the Nissans, know about the Nissans, I don't have to tell you the significant differences between the 3.7 liter and the 3.5 liter VQ, especially the DE. Now the up revs are, I don't know, the up revs have their discrepancies as well, especially when it comes to burning oil. Yeah, you know, a DE can do pretty much anything that an up rev can do with tuning and stuff like that, but the differences between even a 3.5 liter up rev and a 3.7 liter VQ are just enormous. So with this thing being a twin turbocharged VQ, you know this thing's gonna put down some serious numbers, and it handles really well. With it being tuned to have the drift suspension, I'm very surprised at how well this thing drives right now. Coming in through the suburbs, red line. Oh, we're going through the sign. Yeah, took the sign right out. Didn't have the braking power for that one there, folks. So we're doing some really wide open driving right now, and I kind of want to take this thing into the city and see how it does around the corners, twisting around some buildings and stuff like that. So we're gonna head downtown here. Now, one thing that I noticed is that there's really not a whole lot of areas that are deep inside the city. Lots of like country open road, not too many areas for drifting. So now that we're in the city, I think we can really test out the suspension here. Now I am gonna turn off the map here so I'm not being bothered while we're trying to do a video. You can definitely hear those turbos spool up really quick. Almost makes this thing sound like a Q50 3.0 TT or the new Z. Oh, the brakes, really, the brakes not sufficient enough to stop this vehicle, I'll tell you that much for sure. But plenty of power to get this thing sideways, especially coming up over this hill here. Just dialed right in. Woo, getting loose on them. Transition between the solid concrete and the little bits of crumpled up gravel there was a little difficult for me. You know what? I'm gonna say it right now. This car, more fun to drive fast than it is sideways. Let's just say that. Not that it doesn't rip sideways, but the VQ for me in video games just underpowered to keep this thing sideways. Even with the twin turbos, it's a little difficult. Oh, that one was sent right off into the wall. Even with the twin turbos, it is a little bit difficult to keep it sideways unless you're going really, really fast. But I am thinking we are probably gonna put an end to this video. If you guys did enjoy this one, don't forget to smash that like button. If you guys are not subscribed yet, definitely do so. And as always, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh